We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. The most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government, and I'm here to help." Peace is not absence of conflict. It is the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. The trouble with our liberal friends is not that they're ignorant. It's just that they know so much that isn't so. Inflation is as violent as a mugger, as frightening as an armed robber, and as deadly as a hitman. If we ever forget that we are one nation under God, then we will be a nation gone under. When you can't make them see the light, make them feel the heat. Life is one grand, sweet song, so start the music. There are no great limits to growth, because there are no limits of human intelligence, imagination, and wonder. We are never defeated, unless we give up on God. Government's first duty is to protect the people, not run their lives. It's true hard work never killed anybody. But I figure, why take the chance? The future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave. I've often said, there's nothing better for the inside of a man than the outside of a horse. Latinos are Republican. They just don't know it yet. Within the covers of the Bible are the answers for all the problems men face. There are no easy answers, but there are simple answers. We must have the courage to do what we know is morally right. How can a president not be an actor? How do you tell a communist? Well, it's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. And how do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx and Lenin. Surround yourself with the best people you can find. Delegate authority. And don't interfere as long as the policy you've decided upon is being carried out. A people free to choose will always choose peace. It has been said that politics is the second oldest profession. I have learned that it bears a striking resemblance to the first. Man is not free unless government is limited. Democracy is worth dying for, because it's the most deeply honorable form of government ever devised by man. Some people wonder all their lives if they've made a difference. The Marines don't have that problem. Don't be afraid to see what you see. Today we did what we had to do. They counted on America to be passive. They counted wrong. Before I refuse to take your questions, I have an opening statement. Republicans believe every day is the 4th of July, but the Democrats believe every day is April 15th. Government is like a baby, an alimentary canal, with a big appetite at one end and no sense of responsibility at the other. Recession is when a neighbor loses his job. Depression is when you lose yours. There are no constraints on the human mind, no walls around the human spirit, no barriers to our progress, except those we ourselves erect. The problem is not that people are taxed too little. The problem is that government spends too much. Without God, democracy will not and cannot long endure. If we love our country, we should also love our countrymen. Government does not solve problems. It subsidizes them. All great change in America begins at the dinner table. We should measure welfare's success by how many people leave welfare, not by how many are added. History teaches that war begins when governments believe the price of aggression is cheap. I never drink coffee at lunch. I find it keeps me awake for the afternoon. All the waste in a year from a nuclear power plant can be stored under a desk. The best minds are not in government. If any were, business would steal them away. Concentrated power has always been the enemy of liberty.